I think the term visual light show would be generally used by an outsider once they look at Diablo, Path of Exile, and now Last Epoch. With a sizable amount of bodies being thrown at you, best believe that the game provides you with the tools to deal with it. And those tools are shiny. Lightning, fire, ice, green stuff, dead stuff, and a whole plethora of unmentionables that I'd rather hold off from saying to avoid this from being longer than it should. But at the end of it, what is needed to reach that visual light show? How soon? What compromises are to be made, or even how much thought is being done in each selection? This is a different flavor of video from me. I do realize that I'm specifically making this video due to a conversation at work and may not matter to most. But I'm down a couple of beers and my brain insists I do it, so here we are. I'll just be looking at the skill tree each game offers, which I believe is the main source of this, and just summarize it. Will this matter to most? Nah, I doubt it. But if you're like me, then it could factor in on what game you'll play if you haven't already picked one. Let's start with Diablo 4, which I can simply view it as accessible, be it for the player base or as a system. Simple, and more often than not, generally has an immediate impact to one's gameplay experience. Choices made are straightforward and can be easily understood by the average player. Being able to freely reset your skill tree also makes it less unforgiving to a newbie getting their feet wet. But with this simplicity, I view it as lacking depth and trust in the player base to make granular decisions to their characters, which the next game takes that to the peak. Here comes Path of Exile. I lost count of how many hours I've spent looking at this maze of choices in-game, or even out of the game, since they have provided online tools so that you can plan out your build outside of the game. And here comes the other side of the argument of Diablo 4 and its accessibility. Here, Path of Exile intentionally filters out their own player base early in the game and doubles down on the catering to those that specifically enjoy the min-maxers experience. And all choices are here in this maze of a skill tree, and each one made opens you up to even more choices. Definitely be spending a lot of time planning, and for some, that is where we find the most enjoyment. And then we have Last Epoch, which is, as you'd expect, pretty much right in the middle. There's a hint of simplicity with the skill tree, given its straightforwardness, but also provides that hit of min-maxing with the specializations for each active skills, emphasizing more active boosts in stats rather than just simple stats boosts as well. That's about present in about 60% of Path of Exile skill tree, and ones that require either active skills to be used first or certain circumstances to happen, like blocking an attack. And that's the quick summary of it. I won't bother telling you which I recommend solely on this single aspect of a game, but sometimes hearing a few sentences can skew one's decision. If you enjoy the chaotic topics I come up with, do subscribe. See you in the next one.